The Nigerian president said this recently. Let's listen to him.
He was my friend, a compatriot, my partner. And I stand here not just, excuse me, as president, but as a brother, friend, and political partner who shared a journey with President Buhari throughout challenging times. Together we built a broad coalition, campaigned across the country, and proved that Nigeria could chart a new course. Our movement united diverse interests and achieved an historic victory in 2015 by unseating an incumbent president, thus reshaping Nigeria's political landscape. The coalition we built in 2014 is now the fastest growing political party in Africa today. And that growth continues. The book...
All right, let me just pause it there and jump into this real quick so I don't bore you guys. You heard the president of Nigeria saying the coalition they built in 2014 has turned out to be the fastest growing political party in Africa today. When you hear it, you hear the claps, the cheers from the jesters, you guys have done a great job in growing and building the strongest, the fastest growing political party in the country, in Africa, I dare say. But now let's put it in contrast to the country they collected or the country they took over from in 2015 till date. 2015 till date is over 10 years plus right now. So that's enough sample time for us to do and compare and contrast where we are coming from and where we are today. So we spent 8 years of Buhari. We saw Nigeria move from top 5 destined fastest growing economies in the world, projected by CNN Business, to becoming the second poverty capital of the world. And we have gotten into Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration 2 years deep in, we are now the poverty capital of the world in the space of 10 years. So we're looking at what are you actually celebrating as the president. You're celebrating more the growth of your political caucus, a guardian of scavengers, a guardian of political gladiators or power-hungry men, just to seize power, to empower yourselves, elevate yourselves, and celebrate yourselves, while the people that you're meant to govern are wallowing in penury. So let's look back at Nigeria 2015 coming to today. In 2015, we had 3 classes of Nigerians. We had the rich, the middle class, and the poor. I'm not going to say it was all El Dorado in 2015. Everything was average, but at least an average Nigerian could go on vacation. An average Nigerian could spend 150K back and forth the United Kingdom back to Nigeria. An average Nigerian could take a flight from Abuja to Lagos for less than 20,000 naira. An average Nigerian then could afford to buy a liter of fuel for less than 200 naira. A dollar was less than 200 naira in 2015. Yes, we had insecurity problems, but it was still relegated to just the northeast. Then with skirmish problems around the middle belt and sometimes the federal capital. 10 years down the line, an average Nigerian today cannot afford to fly from Lagos to Abuja. We are seeing air flight tickets going for as much as 500K, local flights. How much is a liter of fuel today? How much is the dollar today? Nigeria is now the poverty capital of the world. Insecurity is now rampant. In fact, kidnapping is the main thing. Nigerians cannot afford to travel by road again. So what are you celebrating? That you guys took power and you're forcing all the politicians to, by force, come into your party. If they don't come into your party, you arrest them and probe them with EFCC. While the criminals amongst you, you allow them to move on freely and you give them positions. What are you celebrating? How can you stay and celebrate that your party is getting bigger than the country that you inherited, that was positioned to be the biggest economy in Africa, is now wallowing in penury? Companies are exiting country every single day. Businesses are shutting down. Nothing is working. and you're celebrating your party growth. Nigeria is an abnormal society since APC came in, and this is what further reinforces my statement when I say for Nigeria to grow, APC has to die. Because you cannot be in a situation whereby a father and a mother are getting so obese, then their children are wallowing in kwashiorkor. Then when you see the father and the mother outside, people are like, wow, you guys are doing well, oh, now they enjoy you. Then you look at the children are wallowing in abject poverty. They can't even afford to go to school. That is an abnormal system. That's an abnormal family. So for that family for those children to stand a chance of survival, that father and mother has to go. That's exactly the case of Nigeria. For us to stand a chance of survival as a people, our destiny has to be untied from APC. That party has to die. Because all they will end up doing is celebrating their own satanic, selfish ambitions while Nigerians continue to wallow in abject poverty and penury. I will end on this one more time. For Nigeria to survive or to grow or to thrive and reach our potentials, our God-given potentials, APC as a party has to die.